Hello, Kano. Thanks for redeeming first. How are you? Trouble? Oh, what's going on? What's wrong? I want to buy a new disc to my PC, but I don't know which one to pick. What's the tell me which ones are your options? Well, there's gonna be an ad too, so give the ad a second. Ad? Hello? Where the ad? Where the ad coming? Where is it? Who's wait? Ah, Kingston NV2. Oh, they're they're SSDs. Not gonna lie. Not a big fan of. Hey, Isaiah. How are you? How's stream? I know that you. I believe that you were streaming earlier today. How was it? Yeah, no, I hear. Well, according to Reddit, NV2 is bad. I don't know how good NV3 is. Not ad break. Okay, hello Isaiah! Welcome! How are you? How was stream? I know that you've been streaming recently. I hope it's been going well. And Kano, apparently NV2 is really bad, so at the very least, don't get the NV2. Alright. I stream Sudoku daily. Yeah, I've been seeing it. Hi, Dumby. Okay, bye, Dumby. Anyway, welcome back to your Ace Attorney Investigations. I love being back. I appreciate everyone being back as well. At MB3 now? Alright. Turnabout Reminiscence. I believe... Ah, right. This is the one where we're actually back in time. We're investigating the death of our witness, as well as our prosecutor? Question mark? Well, I'll have to recap as I go along. So I was actually trying to make some ravioli before I No, yeah, I'll try to heat up some ravioli, but the water didn't boil in time, so I'm just like, rip. Also, that guy in the back is... There's a lot of things to unpack here. What has become of the trial into the Kodopian embassy staff member's murder? Since both the suspect and the prosecutor are now dead, the case will be dismissed. In other words, the trial ends here prematurely. Just a bit longer for your big debut. I suppose it can't be helped. Oh well. Evidence for this trial will be transferred to you in a little while. Alright. What do you think about the murder of the Kodopian embassy staff member, and the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel? The circus has begun. That Faraday brought it all upon himself with his naivete. An outrageous circus. Right, sir. I grow weary of this topic. Edgeworth, I will have you assigned to a different case. Damn it. You'll come and watch my courtroom debut next, won't you? I'll consider it. Bruh. Allow me to continue with my investigation. I know that there is already a suspect in the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. However, there is not enough evidence to prove that it was he who committed the crime. I'd like to continue investigating in order to find the perfect proof of his guilt. The perfect proof. Don't make me laugh. A worthless person like you have no right to claim such a thing as perfection. What the fuck? What a jerk! Who do you think is the real culprit behind these murders? We're competing to see who can find the real killer first. Plus, being able to investigate a real crime scene is a really rare opportunity. Give us some real life experience, wouldn't you agree? If you want to investigate this case that much, then do as you wish. Ah, thank you! Then you're allowing us to continue. In court, your top priority is to win, and a solid investigation is one of the keys to winning. Make sure... Man, where was this Manfred? It'll be very interesting otherwise. I'm returning home now. Edward Francisca, see to it I'm not disturbed, save for the results for your competition. Like... I don't know, obviously, I don't think you should be focused on winning. I don't think there's such a thing as quote-unquote winning in the Justice Department. But, you know, gathering all the facts available to a conclusive a conclusion, I guess, my bad. Words are hard. Would be much more favorable, you know? That means that the competition's still on. And then let's see how well you fare on the investigation from here. I don't know. I know I don't have enough information yet, so my first move will be to question anyone involved with this case. This guy is sleeping. This guy is sleeping with his salute up. This guy is trying to hold down the water. Seems that the man who was here earlier broke it by drinking from it too much. Sheesh! Seems like a foolish fool. Just let it be. As if I should have anything to do with this. It says that water drinking fool's mouth is the thing that officer should be covering. A guzzler later. Sheesh. Like someone wanted a drink. She wanted to drink? This thing is so incredibly detailed. My inner modeling fanboy is impressed. Apparently there's a secret switch in here that turns this whole building into a Gundam. Comprehend how that man can feel so much love for such a trifle. You want to guard yourself against him. Oh, hold up. I wanted to keep investigating this area. This guy is saluting in his sleep. Nothing to report, sir. Say no one will make this man take responsibility for his actions on the job! Looks like we have no choice but to report this to Papa. Wait, look at all the judges on the top right. They're all long-bearded. I kind of feel sorry for him now. Okay. What's the matter with this guy? Standing here for forever? Sorry, I really need to go to the bathroom. Oh, rip. Isn't that far? It's a short way down the hall beyond these doors, but I don't want to be blamed for anything that might happen while I'm gone. Because I'm gonna hold it. Detective Goshu can be a positive force after all. Restricted to authorized personnel only, if I'm not the younger sibling of a dysfunctional relationship. Oh, fuck! The dysfunctional family part. Yeah, that sends me. It costs as much to make that as it costs to build the courthouse itself. That's such an expensive fucking model. What's the point of making such an effective? Yeah, I felt the exact same way upon hearing it. Okay. If it wasn't me, I tell you I didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, we know, but just so calm down. Like, shut up. Oh. Dude, I keep accidentally going into that room. Okay, what's here? Bookshelf. Judge's trial exchange log. Why? I see. There's nothing about the court in here. Unrelated dribble. Judging by the content, they are very enthusiastic about the courthouse's daily menu. Ah, fried oysters. I'm not a big fan of oysters. I don't know. I don't think I can ever eat oysters. I think I'll just yak. Okay, Callisto U. Wait, are you the crime scene? Yeah. Speak to Spar for not knowing who I am. Francisca von Carmen, I'm about to become such a family name. About to. I guess that means for now, you're still just another kid. In which case, it's only natural that I didn't know who you were. Damn! Callisto! It looks like they're planning to hold the evidence a bit longer. If there's one thing I can't stand is waiting. I know I suspected Callisto U at the very beginning. You know what? I still maintain that belief. Where you were at the time of the murder. You were in defendant lobby number 1 the whole time up until we heard the gunshot. And by we, I mean Mr. Bad. If you don't believe me, feel free to ask him yourself. Mr. Bad? Detective Bad? Why? Something to discuss. Huh. He was a detective in charge of the KG-8 incident. Okay. He was the one who was supposed to protect my sister Cece. Oh. But you know how that turned out, don't you, Edgeworth? I wonder if Detective Bad... Is Detective Bad the bad guy? Just because his name is Detective Bad. The victim of that case, CCU, was my little sister. I'm fine, really. Just make it a point to rub some more salt in his wounded pride every time I see him. When she talks about doing that, she laughs. It's always kind of creepy. I agree. So my two big suspects are Detective Bad. Wait, hold on. Let me see. The profiles are Deadman is already dead. Macro's dead. Burn Faraday's dead. Judge Tyrell Bad and oh yeah, Manny Cochin is also a suspect in the KG-8. I can see why. Okay, I don't know why Tyrell Bad would be the bad guy. I can see why Callisto U would be a bad guy. Manny Cochin could be a bad guy. So we have 3 suspects. Wait. He and Mr. Faraday, I'd say they met up just about every single time the Yatagaras made a move. Practically, given that the two would meet up at every one of the crime scenes. Okay, so let's check the time of the murder. What was she doing at the time of the murder? Discuss the trial with your clients during a recess. And that's what I was planning to do, but Mr. Faraday was being rather threatening and he dragged Mr. Rell away. How convenient of her to say that. And then Mr. Bad came into lobby number 1, so we just stayed there and talked. Nothing interesting, I just insulted him some, talked about how the trial was going, and then I insulted him some more. Anyway, Mr. Bad and I were in the defendant lobby number 1. I just feel so weird that Detective Bad would ever be in the defendant lobby in the first place, because he's a detective. They would... I mean, wait, do we have a map of the place? Oh man, we don't have a map of the place. Those were defendant lobbies, right? Why would Byrne Faraday, the prosecutor, ever be there? If the defendant was over, like, I feel like there should be, like, a protocol involved to prevent the prosecutor from speaking with, the prime suspect, the person on the stand, you know? Being accused of murder. Now you're kind of first came to be the Yatagarasu. Once I heard that it was the Yatagarasu that had made off with the evidence from KG8, I began to ask Mr. Rell all sorts of questions, but to no avail. Turns out Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu. He had just made that up. No shit. Was caught on tape by the security cameras, but there's no footage of him sneaking into the Kodokan embassy itself. You mean to say that he knew that he was not the real Yatagarasu? And that he was just another cold-blooded killer? And you were ready to defend him? Yes, that's right. Defense lawyer is actually just someone whose job is to cover for criminals. I'm so detestable, but they are no match for us, Von Karma. Not gonna lie, I would laugh as well. And Edgeworth, do you remember what I said earlier? I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident. You have not a single qualm about defending a known killer? No. I mean, I wouldn't either. Thanks for checking in, Kano. Appreciate it. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Well was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. Okay. You know, I believe in justice. I believe that, you know. But like, if you're a defense, I feel like a conflict of interest is there, right? If you're a defense lawyer and you choose to not defend someone, like, I mean, you quote-unquote choose to defend someone, like, Mac Rell should have requested for a different attorney, no? Different defense attorney. Miss Yu, I was wondering if you could tell me about the Yatagarasu. She doesn't really know much about that character herself. She gets a lot of consultation requests from companies to defend them. Companies? Why? Is it some petty thief out for money? Perhaps the Yatagara is in the business of stealing people's lives. No. Are you stupid? You're not funny? Very funny or witty, are you, little Miss Von Karma? There, I chose carefully, just like you wanted. I would laugh at that one too. That just now. I think they would get along. They should get along. Never heard when I was in Germany. Yatagarasu deals in information, digging out dirt about backroom dealings and the like of companies. The Yatagarasu is a vigilante who steals such info and makes it public for all to see. This person sounds like just another criminal to me. Okay, suppose you could put it that way, yeah. Either way, I get a lot more clients now thanks to that thief. I mean, I don't think she's Yatagarasu. Yeah. I needed to whip him to let him know that. I swear on my honor as a detective. Your words are useless. I place my trust only in the evidence, detective. Should we find out that you are the killer? I mean, he's not the killer, obviously, but... Sure, you have nothing to worry about, if you really are innocent, that is. I would have done so, even if you hadn't... Yeah. Well, I don't think he had a small meeting last week. I just had Detective Bat the same thing myself. Turns out he was mad at me because on my very first day as a detective, I reported in my usual post instead of Criminal Affairs Department. By the time I got down to Criminal Affairs, I was really, really late, and that's when he gave me that huge speech. What? That's not fair. On the first day of school, I'd always wind up going to my old classroom. I mean, it happens. Standing guard from the door to lobby number 2 during recess. When did you receive the order to do so, and from whom? Earlier at around 3:20 from the... Oh. Crazy turn, so I was told to make sure nothing happened to Mr. Faraday. Something did happen to him, correct? It looks like it was a total waste of manpower to assign you to guard duty. I wonder if there's some way from lobby number 1 to lobby number 2 without having to go through the doors. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me? No, not a thing, pal. Okay. Well, let's take a look at what you are carrying on your personage. We're gonna strip search you. There's nothing of any particular value here. My handcuffs and my badge were confiscated by my detective badge, so you know. The envelope I see sticking out of your coat pocket. Yeah, show it to us. If you want to be let go, show it to us. A bonus check? $5 total! Bruh. Bonus of $5. Cashed it. I just got it and cashed it today. I literally no cash up on me up until I did, you know. So that envelope is really special to me. Bruh. Bruh. But I need to take him in for questioning now? Okay. So you became a suspect. There is one piece of evidence I should reconfirm. That you wait a second. Okay. I'd like to reconfirm what Detective Gumshoe. Okay. Well, there's not his testimony about when the crime scene occurred is the truth. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Percent. You told me earlier that you heard no sound other than the gunshot out in the hallway. Is that correct? Then you are also claiming that no one passed through the hallway either. Not even a single ant passed through that hall while I was on there. That the lie you're telling is only making life more difficult for yourself. It's true, I didn't see anyone go through the hallway and I didn't hear anything else. I bet the killer found a way to kill the two guys that's beyond what I can even imagine. Yeah, we need to look at the hallway. Oh my god! Oh my god! He just got kicked straight up in the balls! Wasn't that the child I changed money for earlier? Yeah. can sometimes be so cruel. She dropped something? Yeah. Swiss roll. Courthouse special. Be valuable. I believe I've asked all yeah, we've asked. You have to confirm who's correct, the judge or that scruff face, right? We inspect the hallway now. Alright. Swiss roll. Courthouse special. Somewhere around the premises. Not the vending machine. They sell these things, huh? I'm sure there's no convenience store in this courthouse. Okay, I think we've seen... Is that the only thing of it to look at? Okay. I wonder... Wait, we can go in here. I wanna... I'm at the judge's desk. I was being squashed from above by this gavel. Wait, doesn't Phoenix have that nightmare too? The judge's chair. It must be wonderful to be able to sit the whole time. The only fair to it, the judge had to stand the whole time too. His Honor is an old man. Fine, he can enjoy his chair, but he'll share in our pain through my lashes. I feel here for the judge. Okay, wait. What's this? Is the viewing gallery? Situated the same height as the judge bench. I wonder if that's... Oh, are you not man enough to stand up to all those eyes? What? Of course I'm man enough. Excuse you. Wait. This is the bench. If that were to happen, Francisco, I'll eat my cravat. Defense attorney's bench. You'd probably be standing on this side of the courtroom if that incident hadn't happened. The more wrinkly your face becomes, the less I'm able to read what you're thinking. I got an achievement for that. That's sure that each and every person that ever stands here will be found guilty. That stand at the podium. Here, just make sure you never end up standing at one of these. Okay, I didn't think that I would get an achievement for that, but you know what? I'm glad I checked. All right. So, did you see anything else? No, I don't think. Thanks for your cooperation. That'll be all for now. Okay, so we see the Swiss rolls. Swiss rolls for $6 is crazy. Ham sandwich for $8. Milk! Okay, what's more crazy is that the orange juice for $9 is equal to the beef jerky. Right? The milk is also $7. At the very most, you're probably gonna get like a pint. A pint of milk in a box. That's not $7. I'm such a begun, so shut up, Francisca. New prosecutor. I bit my tongue! Wait, what did you say? Mr. Prosecutor, recommended by Von Karma, Miles Edgeworth, and Miss Jen? Miss Jen? What? Are you... First name is just Miss Von Karma, Your Honor. As for him, just Edgeworth is fine. Bruh. I shall call you Miss Von Karma and Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth. Thank you. Would you like to ask you a bit more questions about what you saw? Alright. First thing I will need to do is figure out that detective's exact means. Alright. Well, the first thing I want to look at is this fucking courthouse that this vending machine sells snacks and various other foods. Just lovely. Like these beef jerks. One packet for $9. Fresh milk. Oh, it's a half pint. They even specify it's a half pint for $7. Neutral as Swiss do until the end with these for $6. They're awfully overpriced. The lineup is simply awful, period. I agree. Snacks. I wonder if that Swiss roll the little girl dropped is from this machine. Hey, thank you for pointing that out, Francisca. Well, there's $1 inside the... one should eat these during a recess. During a trial, so I don't use now. One now, they come in packs of 2. They come in packs of 2! Okay. Pull our money and buy a pack together. Well... Oh, we can't... I can't even click on... I can't click on this. What's the point of clicking... having the money Oh, it's a sign to put the money in there. Okay. Hot dog. Hot water, you might need a hot dog. This is a terribly drawn hot dog, by the way. Look at that sauce. It covers the bun. The bun has black spots on it. Wait. Slogan was decided through a public contest. It was Winston Payne. Ugh. No presents at all. No presents at all, just like him. In Von Karma's hands, everyone's in court will be found guilty, dogs. Oh no. That one's also worse. Overruled. These beef jerks.
Objection!
Wouldn't you agree that it's a very clever pun? That been the product name. The foolish thinking of the fool who made it up. Acted so foolishly that I got so thoroughly mad and now utterly famished. All you had to do was ask like a normal person. I bet you there's an achievement for just doing this. Make a ham sandwich out of you. It sounds like it's directed at that ham of a judge. Oh, damn! Certainly isn't directed at me. I can outmaneuver him any day. Sheesh. Poor judge. When it's looking bad, blind your opposition with some... There's a Simpson joke in here somewhere. They should sell the orange juice by the glove. Milk is freshly milked by various defendants on trial right now. Milk right here from the various defendants. Wait, you can't... Wait, on trial right now from... Right here from the... Huh? They basically mean the same. Okay, no, I can't... No, I didn't even get an achievement from that. I just wasted my time looking at shitty puns. Or shitty... I don't know. It was all shit. Left in this area? I suppose not. Perhaps I should check somewhere else. Wait, if I look at this, can I... Do I have any... window? Those sunflowers in the air. Okay. What are you looking for under there? I think there's a $5 bill back there. You know what? $5 is kind of useful, you know? Nope, just the fingerprints of those involved with the case. Okay, that's actually pretty important. Suspect that we're missing is hiding right here in this crime scene somewhere. What about this? Most ridiculous looking face. That may be, but at least he doesn't look like someone who will tell a lie on purpose. And it's the only thing that carries any weight, of course. Yeah, I think I think having evidence is just most important. Why are you wasting your time examining it? I like examining, okay? What's this? It's a pink colored piece of trash made of rubber? A balloon? Oh! Oh! It was a balloon. Not the sound of a gun, but it was a balloon that popped. Did I prick myself on one of this cactus's needles? I think the needles on this thing would be so sharp. Bruh, what do you mean? Cactus. It's a cactus, of course. Continue to be unrelated to our case? Do you really think so? I believe that this cactus thing on this windowsill is completely related. I agree. Pink piece of trash and the windowsill cactus. Connect. This pink rubbery substance, I saw this in a different form earlier today. Yep, it's a piece of a popped balloon. Got a little too close to the windowsill cactus. The logical conclusion. And, you know what, it sounds like a gunshot, wouldn't you say? Look outside, however, I doubt the killer could have easily escaped through here. Of course not, this is the 3rd floor after all. Pizza bars were installed this to prevent people from falling out. See them from your vantage point. Ah, are you saying, are you too short to see it? Bring up that taboo subject again. What, you're too short? Hard at work carrying their food home. Normally they can pick up such comparatively large objects to their size. Must be squished on. You better work extra hard just like these ants. Okay, wait. The window... Okay. What is this? I believe it's a pile of ants eating away, but what is the... single ant slip behind me? There's a whole hill of them. Why are you whipping me for? Francisca looks so friendly. Yeah. Perhaps I should add this deduction to the detective's growing to have pay cuts. Poor Gumshoe. I wonder what they're eating. Pieces of cake and chocolate from a Swiss roll. Ah. The courthouse is kept pristine at all times. I'm not the one who did it. Kept clean. Okay. The dirt on this bench, it smells like some sort of sweet substance. I'm dirtying the courthouse. Portion. Take a good look. This much look kind of like a handprint to you. Which means that perhaps we can lift the prints of the person who sullied this bench. Lap tag! Excuse you. It's probably it's K Faraday's. Start the finger of Detective Gumshoe. Oh. The identity of the person who dirtied the bench. And this bench as well. The inside of this bench consists of nothing but ants. Ugh. Yeah, Edgeworth, shut up about the ants. Okay. Swiss roll crumbs vending machine. Bits of chocolate and cake. Could they not have come from Swiss roll? Yeah. Court sold thing like that. It may not seem like the right venue, however, it is being sold right over there. I mean, we've already looked at it. The vending machine. I'll stay neutral as the Swiss do until the end with these. 2 for $6. Sheesh! That the cake crumbs and chocolate bits were found in this hallway suggests that they came from a Swiss roll that was purchased from this machine. I think I have a pretty clear picture of what happened here now. here, aren't I? You must sat on this bench and ate a Swiss roll. He must have dropped it and sold the bench. How could he have not cleaned up after himself? Also, why would you buy that? Why would you buy that Swiss roll if you're so broke? That's $6 for 2 Swiss rolls. Yo, that's so fucking bougie. And bring your own food. I think another look at the special courthouse vending machine is in order. Wait, what? Huh? Wait, hold up. Was there something else? Okay, no. There's clearly a contradiction here. Oh. I guess not. Hold on. I'm trying to see if there's any other buttons I've missed. I need to do something here, but oh. He said that until this morning, yeah, he didn't have even a single penny on his personage. Then how did he, if bonus really was only 5, then he wouldn't be able to purchase a Swiss roll. But that's the $1 we gave, that detective should not have been able to purchase a pack, and yet he did. The question is how? Well, we gave Kay $1. Oh. Okay, I mean, we've already done our deduction, right? Yeah, okay. Now we'll talk to the judge. Alright, Your Honor, where are we at the time of the murder? No, we don't suspect you, I just wanna check your, confirm your alibi. I had no idea you were chasing after me or my testimony. Bruh. Avoid being in a trial run by this judge. Unfortunately, you're gonna have him basically for the rest of your life, Miles. Sorry. How should I put this? When you get to be my age, you need to pay more frequent visits to the restroom. You go take a look through the window at the end of the hall. You'll see a small window. That is the window to the men's restroom. You can see clearly into this hallway. Hi, Fluff! Hi, Fluff Fluff. How are you? I'm not here. I see you. I see you. You're very much here. Hello. Trust. He was standing in front of the vending machine buying something from it. Wait, hold up. However, this I couldn't believe. When I was about to exit the restroom, there was not a soul in the hallway anymore. I mean, it's because he was sitting down. Mary, I just sort of brushed it off. This judge is stupid. Restroom window. You can really see the men. Look at it right now. You showed me this view at once. She wants some uppies, chat. Okay. Okay, the judge was just straight up incompetent. Period. They are known to hand down very fair. However, I hear they are known to hand down very fair verdicts. I mean, because they're not even. It's not even their job. Like, I mean, yes, it's their job to hand down verdicts, but like they don't do anything. They just like listen to all. They just like watch the byplay going on. Do I have any? I don't have anything new. I wish to inquire into Detective Gumshoe's movement during recess. Investigation. Yeah. Plus, I still hold investigative authority. Detective Gumshoe, you were the one who called for Detective Gumshoe to come down here. That guy was just accused, you know? I just knew something was gonna happen. My detective's instinct told me. Can you protect one lone prosecutor one day? Oh, damn!
Hold it!
Francisca, I think you need to apologize. I'm terrible. Please continue. Dude, Bad is mad. They used the phone on the first floor and called the precinct. I told them to send somebody over, and that detective's the one that showed up. And only upon his arrival did you set Detective Gumshoe stand guard. Yeah, I had waited for him on the first floor. After he got here, we came up to these defendant lobbies together. As we entered this hallway, we ran into you. She told us that Faraday was really mad. He dragged Rel off to number 2 to have a word or something. So you're telling me he was already dead. Okay, so here's what I think, right? By the time they got here, Bad and Gumshoe got here, they were already dead. And that Faraday had said to not let anyone interrupt them. So what choice did I have? All I could do was tell the big lug to stand guard outside. So he was already dead. And around what time did all that take place? I think it was about 30 minutes before I heard the gunshot. After giving the big lug his assignment, he never left the hallway, not once. One of the guards out in this floor's main lobby swore to me he didn't. Okay. The detective never left the hallway, then where did he disappear off to? Simply he must have gone to lobby number 2, just as I suspected. We were in lobby number 1 next door. The only one without an alibi is Gumshoe. I mean... We also heard the gunshot, did you not? Heard it when I was in defendant lobby number 1. That's why I came running towards lobby number 2 together with you. Between the gunshot and the arrival of the selected minute. Okay, what were your movements upon hearing the gunshot? I grabbed the big lug, who was just walking around in the hall, and raced into lobby number 2, and that's when we discovered the bodies, in that order. I wonder, can we present, wave that thing around anymore, and I'll have you arrested for obstruction. Little miss. Just joking. They can make... Are we about done? There's... Time you heard the gunshot? It was around the end of recess, and the trial was about to start again. Okay. He was supposed to make time for himself to transfer the evidence he was holding, but I got the sense he wasn't gonna show for the handoff, so I figured I should go get him or he'd be late. Just as I thought that, bang. The sound of a gunshot hit my eardrums. Are we done here? I still want to ask more. All you're doing is standing in front of this door and doing nothing? Get the sense that he is someone investigating this crime scene, or rather he is keeping us under surveillance. To the two of us. You guys were the ones who said you wanted to investigate in the first place? We are investigating. May I ask for the forensic scientist's cooperation? Cool. Cool as you like. Oh, we are actually just straight up complete. I said the right thing on accident. Okay. Alright, Francisca, would you care to share what conclusions you come to? We're still middle of conflict. We should be checking to see if your conclusions are wrong first, so you go ahead. His almost keeps that she's going this far to ensure that she wins. Almost. First, we need to pay His Honor a visit to correct his testimony. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I your new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that. I heard nothing but a common witness before a Von Karma. Silence the courtroom. Silence, I say! Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred Von Karma, Miss Genius Prosecutor successor to Manfred Von Karma. Defender Lie can never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. I mean, anyone can say under oath, but whatever. During the recess, I went to the restroom. I believe that. There's a window on the hallway, on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machine. Okay. When I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. A detective that goes missing while on duty. That sounds mighty suspicious to me! Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm? So you so simply listen to testimony that I got caught up in the excitement. Have to spoil your fun. Yeah, it's time to spoil your fun. This is why. Let me show you why we're prosecutors. Why we're attorneys at law. Window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. At the enter, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machine. When I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. This is where we present. This.
Objection!
What was that finger wag for, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone's giving testimony? You watch that all the time! Shut up, Judge! Ha, if you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by. About your job, but this is real life. This is what some people make. They say it's called the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me. What's that, Phil? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? That party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness. You must know the uncouth bench Solier has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor. Oh, well, that's good. But who was it? You're able to discover something from the smudge on the bench, namely Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. You had to go dirty the courthouse too. Guilty, I say, guilty! While it's true that the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established that this action is related to double murder. And the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor under the bench, and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints proved my conclusion to be true. How I couldn't see him as it... Yeah. The window on the hallway was built rather high up into the wall, and around the road, adult's height chest. As evidence, I submit that Francisca herself was unable to see out that window. I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence. The area defect on the hallway window is blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom. Ah, man. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window, then even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. Oh, NANI?! So I like the sound of your laugh, thanks. Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Hold it! So, I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm, all I wanted to do was try saying it once. Here, let me try that again. Hold it! Yeah, is there something you would like to say? I remember something else just now, Mr. Edgeworth. Please allow me to testify the court one more time. Okay. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? Exactly. Thanks, Kano. I like my laugh because I feel like people find it really funny, and you know, if it brings amusement to people, I'm happy. However, that doesn't mean that the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail, as a loud bang of a gunshot. Why didn't you just mention that before? Could you try to state the important facts first next time? Just learn to judge your own words! Thank you, Francisca. Honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise popper until just now. He did talk about that. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my... Oh. Wait, that was actually pretty... Actually, that was actually pretty critical information that we all just like brushed off. Well, that lines up when the gun was actually fired, Your Honor. If I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony. Okay, wait. So, we're definitely gonna present it. But it's not gonna be the balloon we're gonna present. We're gonna present Detective Bad's testimony. However, that doesn't mean that Detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. Yeah, that was the most important detail. Around what time was that? Oh, and jump into the air. Like this. Just like this. With a quick ah! Your Honor. Please remain calm. Sorry about that. Now then, I must gather myself. The gunshot, there was no one in the hall. I should know, I looked. No one there. But... No, I'm trying to get the time. Yeah, first line tag to draw more information, but oh, whoops. Anyway,
Hold it.
Wait, this isn't what I wanted to press on. Forget to mention it. This isn't such an important piece of testimony. Please give me a chance to present it. Okay, I'm trying to get the time frame of when he was leaving the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into the hallway? After I called for a recess, I handled the change of prosecutor paperwork for maybe about 20 minutes until we reconvened. What does our evidence say? Right before the trial? As I expected. Your Honor, that statement you made just now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony. Yes. That hallway about 20 minutes before we reconvene.
Objection!
There we go. I cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor! I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. Yes, I've been overruled! I cannot allow you to make an objection. I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. Oh no! Oh no, reverse card! There are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Mr. New Cross... One. I see you have no mercy for the elderly either, Franziska. Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back. With your height, you'd need a stepladder to accomplish that. My ears are not that far gone yet. I'll have you know I can still hear just fine. I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears. Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Bad. And according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. Your Honor, you just said that you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Fortunately, that is the truth. But I heard clear as day, bang, the loud sound of a gunshot. However, I understand what that gunshot the judge heard really was. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what really produced the gunshot you heard. It's the balloon.
Take that!
I found this object in the hallway earlier. What is that pink substance? You may not look it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see, and I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into court record? No! Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there is no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, defendant lobby number 2. Am I correct? That's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? I think I've said enough that even you can figure the rest out on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot! What manner of trickery is this? That was a good effort you put forth, Miles Edgeworth, but if it was me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified. Shut up. Well, to be honest, I did think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound, bruh. But who could have guessed that someone would have popped a balloon in a place like this? That's true. That's true, I guess. I want to trade these coins with you. The balloon that girl was holding explains everything. Your Honor, if it makes you feel any better, you didn't lie once in your testimony. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew? That giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do. What have I done? I owe Detective Goshi a very big apology. He's released. Wait! There are still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. He's not completely innocent yet. We're just destroying testimonies. Why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. Yeah. He's continuing my quest for the perfect explanation. Yeah. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. And find a perfect explanation. Alright, September 10th. 9:10. What, isn't it time for my trial already? I've already told you a gazillion times, pal, I didn't do it. I'll be the judge of that. No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that. No. I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that. Honestly, I like the wit. I like the wit in this game. Much better than Phoenix Wright. Apologize for an error in judgment on my part. Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have yet to prove he is completely innocent of this crime. I guess so. In any case, I would like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. Please remember you are not on trial. This is all just a part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony, I'll... Yow! My whip will eject loud and clear. If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood? I got you, pal. After crime scene the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe is lying. And if I can't break his lie, then we may never get a break in this case. Ah, Gumshoe. Came down here to the courthouse on Detective Bad's orders, that's true. Got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2, that's true. That time on until I heard the gunshot, I was in the hallway the whole time. That's true. On my honor, Detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal. Okay, I'm gonna have to press on the gunshot one. While I was on duty. Got here and stand guard in front of lobby number 2. I was in that hallway that whole time.
Hold it!
You claim to have been in that hallway the whole time, however, it is not a fact that you did something while you were in that hallway. Of course I did something. I guarded the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else? Very well then, and what exactly does guarding that door entail? Well, to put it simply... Oh, I know, it was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch. Oh, Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of? You got it, pal. I didn't take a single step away from that door, just like I was ordered to. Okay, Francisca, have at it. Why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden? Because we all are in shock and in awe of your utter stupidity. If you're going to lie, at least tell us a more believable one. I'm not lying. Okay, well. I shall present to you the Swiss roll!
Objection!
I have an objection. What is it, pal, Detective Gumshoe? I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere. Hey, it's one of those things! The courthouse special Swiss roll, right, pal? Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall the sullied hallway bench. Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that. No, you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this. You inconsiderately, slovenly pig. Poor Gumshoe. I swear. Now then, shall we get down to business about the fact that you didn't move a single step from in front of that door? If that really were the case, then how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls? Yak! If you didn't move a single step from in front of that door, how did you manage to get the bench dirty with your grubby hands? Whack! It appears that Francisca's whip can do more damage than my words alone can. Alright, I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay? I thought I'd get chewed out again if everyone found out about me eating on the job, so I didn't want to say anything. Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you the whole time! Okay, I'm sorry for lying. That's all I'm sorry for. You got that? Because I'm not holding anything else back. That's, false. There's something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us? Of course not. I got nothing else to hide, pal. Objection! I believe you do! But it is true, pal. I swear! Do you know the price of the Swiss pack rolls? It's... How long is her whip? It's pretty short. But you know what? She's also short. You didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus check. Isn't that right? Ooh. Let me ask, how did you manage to purchase this pack all by yourself? When you don't have enough money? Provide me with a proper explanation to that. I told you I bought it by myself, pal. There wasn't anyone in the hallway with me. There's no one who could have helped me buy it. Doesn't she whip that gun shield from across the room? Maybe she just walked up to him. Wait, don't tell me. You guys had proof that there was someone else in the hallway, don't you? Correct. I mean, what are the chances of that? Wait, you do? Of course I do. There must have been someone else in there in the hallway. Well...
Take that!
The balloon piece? What the heck is that? Oh, what? That doesn't count! That doesn't count? I hate that. I have no intention of falling for his lie because there was definitely a second person, because... This piece of evidence would not exist? Oh! Duh. Because the girl dropped this. Not 2 seconds ago, pal. Ah! I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rolls. Wait, if you didn't buy it, then that means you must have stolen it, you thief! I would never do such a thing! All you liars would say you start out as thieves! You're under arrest, pal. I believe you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars, and in that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone. Oh. Yeah, you ate one of them, but you then gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you? No, wait, pal, you got it all wrong! I ate both of them. It would appear that we caught you at last. Before she could get in the nut shot again. Hey, don't you dare do anything bad to that girl. They do know each other. So why do you continue to come up to me and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow? Okay, Faraday. Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter? Not you, I'm Kay. Kay, you know. Good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave big nasty bruises like the way you do. Should have put Gummy under arrest, Mr. Gummy? That she's talking about Detective Gumshoe. I'm not the one who put him under arrest. It appears that I will need to speak with her in a bit more detail. Now then, Kay. Hiss! She hisses! She hissed at us! What the fuck? Yeah, we'll feed her the Swiss roll. Here you go. I do this to you if you calm down. Oh, Swiss roll. It really belongs to you though, doesn't it? Yeah. I was saving it for Daddy. Oh. But I already know about Daddy. I heard the guards talking. Aww. How Daddy's he's not here anymore. Aw. Just passed away after all. I myself was also involved in a case this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed to financial nightmarish day. Even now, the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. He still doesn't know yet. I mean, this technically happens before meeting a Phoenix, so. I mean, technically, it does, like, chronologically, it happens before. This child, I feel a certain shared, very common bond between us. What sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry? You're right. Sorry about that. How about you just dry your little eyes? Aw. Ah! Honk! She honks! She honks with that ascot, or what? I have no I think it's a cravat. Cravat? Yeah, cravat. Don't blow your nose on that. I feel better now. Thanks. Okay, are you going to be alright? Yep, I'm already alright. I mean, I doubt it, but you know. You seem in front of strangers. You seem better. You're a good kid. I feel bad for her though. I feel bad that her dad's dead. Like, she was hanging out with Gumshoe. Her dad's dead on the. Cravat. Yeah. I feel bad for. I feel like yes. I like. Feel bad for her. But you know what? She's strong. We have a cravat, which is around the same, but it means just a tie. Let me look it up. Cravat versus cravat. Is a neckband the forerunner? The modern British cravat is called an ascot in American English. Okay, I'm gonna 7 languages. Swedish, Norwegian, but Dansk, Danish. Wait, Kano. What country are you from again? Whoops, Oh, it's borrowed from the French cravat. It's a necktie. Poland. Yeah, no, it's the same. It's the same. It's the same ancestor. So it's from the Serbo-Croatian cravat, and it goes down to cravat in Dutch, English, cravat. You know what? I'm not gonna try to pronounce it in German. Cravat in Danish. Polish is cravat. Yeah. It's from the same. It's descended from the same ancestor. You're a very good child for Kingdom. I promise you make your papa. You'd hurt your tongue if you tried to pronounce German? Yeah! I can testify that you didn't cry just for you. Aw. Thank you very much, lady. She's happy being called lady. She's like, she wants to be seen as more mature. That because her father was a respected prosecutor, Francisca is sympathetic to Kay's feelings. What kind of person was your father? Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world. So to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are in a sense. We are the ones... we are in a sense, as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals. Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls. Aw, I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard. What have you been working hard on? I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together. Aw. Promise book. May I take a look inside? Sure, okay. Exchange diary. Stories between father and daughter. Aw. Sense of the kind of man he was. Can I look at the thing? Showing it to me, okay? Never take things from a stranger, never go anywhere with a stranger. Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Everyone follows the rules, okay? Be a good girl and promise to me that you'll keep your promises to me, okay? Aww. And continue to work hard to become a hero just like your father. I'm gonna try. That makes me a hero too. Yeah, you're really cool too, Gummy. What is with the two of them? Isn't dates here also heroic testimony? You almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail. I'm really sorry about that. Gummy's not a bad man, okay? Damn, Francisca. Detective Gumshoe are good friends, okay? Your friends. In that case, would you mind telling me a bit more about him? I didn't get Gumshoe earlier. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway staring real hard at the vending machine, so I said hi. When was this? Before everything got crazy. How long two of you together? We only talked for a little while and then we went on our own ways. Can't talk only for a little while, that's it. Which means we have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess, isn't that right? I told you to stop being a Gummy, mister. I'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. Yeah, were you the one who bought this pack of Swiss rolls? Yes, I didn't really have a lot of money, and I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had, but that still wasn't enough, and I really wanted one. She did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1, and that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct? Yeah, thanks a bunch for doing that, mister. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct? Well, that's why... to arrest you. Don't hit him! You're gonna make Kay mad! I'm sorry about your roughly thing. Yes, well, now there's positive trench to your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. Here, so here, you can have this one. But Daddy said, never take things from a stranger. The one promise you made in your promise notebook, correct? Let's see, it's right here on this page. Never take things from a stranger, promise number 1. I'm not giving this to you, I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, and give it back to me next time you need. Never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers. I assume, I'm just gonna assume that the sprite, they just didn't have the animation budget to have him give the cravat to her, and he just put on a new cravat. Now crystal clear that you were with a little kid in the hallway. Richard, well, there is still something you have yet to resolve. Offered an explanation for why that man would lie to us. Well, what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? His reason for lying is very simple. He just, from simple observation of detective actions and his interactions with Kay, the detective was lying for the young girl's sake, and this piece of evidence will show you exactly why. Which piece of evidence proves that Detective Gumshoe was lying on account of Kay?
Take that!
What are you showing me that for? Oh, it's not the balloon. I keep going back to the balloon. You gonna give that to me, mister? Holy shit. I don't feel that the court needs to enter that into the court record as it's time. Holy shit, everyone's against me at that moment. Oh, teasing. It's possible that perhaps I made a mistake and that's why. Now then, back to the topic at hand, Detective Life for Kay's sake. Well, he Which piece of evidence proves that Detective Gumshoe was lying on the count of K? The crime scene?
Take that!
No, not the crime scene. The hell do they want me to present? Have I looked at this already? And writing his name with all those pen makes this show look like pure art. Let me look at the nib a little bit more. Quality nib. I'm still too young to appreciate the finer points of a fountain pen. If that's true, like I have two fountain pens, one thin, one thicker. I don't know. It just feels good to write with a fountain pen. You would only grow up. Gumshoe was lying on account of K. Oh, maybe the testimony?
Take that!
No, not the testimony. If it's not the crime scene or the testimony, the Swiss roll?
Take that!
No? I'm kind of confused, chat. Detective Gumshoe lied for K's sake. I put it. I presented this. I presented this. I presented this. I presented this. The Swiss rolls?
Take that!
No. I don't know what I'm missing. It's a bit more vague. I wish I could just like say outright why. I did present this, right? Detective Bad's testimony.
Take that!
I need to keep account for I need to keep an account for which evidence I've presented yet already. I did present this, right?
Take that!
Okay, well, now I've double checked that it wasn't that. Okay, I don't care about these. I don't care about this.
Take that!
I've presented this, right? Yeah, I have presented this. Okay, I'm kinda lost. I've presented all this.
Take that!
It's not that. I would have thought that it would be like,
Take that!
maybe the blood? Oh, maybe... No, I mean, the reason why he lied...
Take that!
Okay, Like, the reason why he lied for Kay was to make sure that she doesn't get accused for murdering
Take that!
The witness, right? Are you gonna give that to me? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's your dad's blood. Maybe you can revive your dad by, like, ancient cloning techniques. Yeah, no, I don't know. I presented this, right? I presented this. That was the first thing I presented.
Take that!
No, yeah, I presented that first. Have I presented the fingerprints, right?
Take that!
Okay, I don't remember. I don't remember any of the evidence I've presented yet. Anymore. I'm lost. I'm lost in the sauce.
Take that!
I don't know what they want from me.
Take that!
Oh! It was the promise notebook. What? How does this explain anything? Yeah, no, I'm with Francisca here. How does it explain anything? If you could take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should... Wait, hold up. Never take things from a stranger, never go anywhere with a stranger. Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Always try to learn... Hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Daddy's make sure... Job is to make sure that everyone follows the rules. Be a good girl and promise that you'll keep your promises to me, okay? Did she even go anywhere with a stranger? Is that even a thing? She didn't do that, right? Never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay. What a foolishly foolish fool's fool of a foolish reason for a fool! I agree with Francisca here. This is the dumbest reason ever. Gumshoe, what the fuck? I'm your friend, Kay. That's why. Can you please tell me the whole truth now? That was the dumbest one I've ever seen. I was getting real hungry and that snack vending machine was taunting me. But all that cash you had on you was $5 and that wasn't enough to buy anything. After all, the cheapest item in that machine is $6 pack of Swiss rolls. That is like an angel for the heaven, Keisha. I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy, so I wanted to buy a Swiss roll, but I only had about $1 in coins. So we pulled my $5 and her $1 together, and bought a pack of Swiss rolls together. I was worried about breaking one of my promises, so then Gummy said, Mr. Faraday is one scary guy when he gets mad. But don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me. So you didn't really get it from me, you know? He told me it'd be okay, and he gave me a whole roll to save and give to Daddy. Who knew that Scruffy could be so considerate? Bruh. I take it that you then sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together? Yeah, we split the other roll and ate it right then. The sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Bruh. Okay, I believe this also belongs to you. That's from the balloon I popped. It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay. I'm sorry. Can't blame you for not throwing this one piece away. It was sitting high up in the windowsill where you couldn't see it. Neither could you, Francisca. So just this once I forgive you. That balloon, I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. And because of me, Gummy dropped his habit Swiss roll. Now you really got me, pal. So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. Then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister. You kicked me, is that it? You sure are a feisty one. You kicked me in the butt! Near my balls! If I held on to it until Detective Gumshoe is cleared of all charges and free to go? Yeah, sure. Just make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay? promise. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murders.
Objection.
What? Actually, it proves just the opposite, Edgeworth. You've just shown that Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime. What? It's quite rude to eavesdrop. Okay, now I'm 100% sure that Callisto is the one who killed. Actually, no. Callisto or Bad. Callisto or Bad. What's y'all doing here in the courthouse? That girl is Mr. Faraday's. I know, so what? You think that just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to just run wild all around the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her, to speak nothing of getting underfoot. What a bitch! Now then, Detective, you were in front of the door to the lobby number 2 the entire time, but that it could only be the detective. He's the only person who could have gone into the lobby 2 at the time of murders. No. Callisto, you is 100% the guilty party. Don't you think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the open without a guard? As someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence. That's just like all on karma. Yeah, no. Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all the circumstantial evidence. That's where Detective Bad and Miss Yu were at the scene of crime, lobby number 1. Yeah. Oh, I didn't save. Whoopsies. Oh well. What is this incredibly overpowering sweet scent? It smells like flowers. Uncle Bad, is this it? Isn't that Detective Bad and Kay over there? Like she managed to escape the bailiff. No, that's not quite it. What's... Oh, it's so pretty. I think you're still a bit too young to be wearing that. But since you found it, I guess I can let you keep it. Thanks, I'll treasure it always. Oh, okay, so Detective Bad isn't the bad guy. Here, I got something else for you. Hey, thank you, Uncle Bad. Earlier, I ate one of these with Gummy. Gummy? Oh, you mean Gumshoe. Gummy is. He was trying to be nice to me because I was gonna get in trouble, and then he got in trouble because he lied to protect me. Aw. I know he didn't kill Daddy. Don't cry. Faraday would be sad if he saw you crying. I'm not crying. Aw. It's a mister from before and the lady too. Go home for the time being. I'm involved in investigation, so it's for the best if you do. Actually, I'm Uncle Bad's assistant, so I'm related to the investigation. Yeah, I guess. Hey, you were just scolding us like kids not to mess up the crime scene, and now you let this child run free? Why? People are free to investigate things outside of the actual crime scene. You also had a few things that you wanted to look into. Got a problem with that? I'm curious as to what Miss Yu is looking into. Look somewhere else now, okay? Okay. That's right. Hey, mister. I know Gummy really isn't the bad guy. I mean it. So please, find the real bad guy, okay? I won't forgive whoever did this, but in the absence of the perfect piece of testimony and evidence, there is no one else who could be the true culprit other than Detective Gumshoe. She wandered off while I was pondering. That expensive painting is ill-suited to be hanging on the wall of this room. Please say that. Just desperate low-paid detective might make off with it someday. You never know. She isn't factoring in that it got her salary. Oh, whoops. Ah! I keep accidentally, leaving. Scented herbal tea. More than being relaxing does not make one bit heavy into bed. You put in a special request for that? No wonder she's so violent. She's drinking herself the whole time. Let me look at it. I want to look at it. Should be allowed to comment on this particular topic ever. Windows and floppies open as well. The air conditioner is working just fine in this room, so why did they open it, I wonder? Interesting. The decorative plant sleeves are shinier than the ones on the plant in lobby number 2. It's next to the windows where it's easier to photosynthesize. Curtains are always drawn in lobby number 2. Enough about the plants. There, the courthouse's caretaker is not a bunch of botanists. Okay, you know what? I don't think there's anything else to really much investigate. It's basically the same in terms of layout and supplies. Basically the same, huh? You can see down to courthouse courtyard from here. Like an optical illusion. Supposed to be postmodern in design. Screen there. It may not look like much, but I find that ordinary tables like this one are very useful. It's time they bought a new one. I'll place the table if I hit it enough with my whip. Bruh. You can foot the bill. What exactly was Kay searching for? Nothing that concerns you, boy. I suppose it has something to do with Kay? It does, because she's Faraday's daughter. Anyway, hurry up and get to the point. I don't have time to waste. You'd rather be left alone. I have something I'd like to confirm with you once again. I don't have anything to say to you. But you do. We still have questions that we need answers to. Now then, first of all, what is the overpowering smell that is permeating this room? When entering this room, I thought I was going to suffocate. It's that ultra-strong perfume you wears. She spilled some of it. I was having a bad time of it myself. She was hiding the scent of the blood. I didn't even twice open the window, but that smell's still here. Well, it's giving off quite a stench. I bet it's some cheap, no-name brand. She said, it's a famous brand from overseas. It's a knockoff. Yes, definitely a knockoff. No disrespect, but she forced one of those bottles on me. Here, little girl, you can have it. I was born for a much more expensive and refined perfume. However, seeing as how you just happen to have a spare, I suppose I'll take it. You will hold on to it for me. And the perfume is you wear is just fantastic. Great. We have 2 of them, right? Now, like, technically, Kay has one, and now we have one. It says Angel. In this room during entire recess, I made a call to the precinct to get that big lug down here, but other than that, I was waiting for the recess to end in here. They said that you were in this lobby with Miss Yu. Yeah, I ran into her in the hallway. She said she wanted to talk to me about something, so we came in here. I'm told that you and Miss Yu were in 2 different locations. Guess I am. Interesting! She seems to have a great dislike for you. I called Detective Bad was the lead detective on the case. I wonder if the reason for her disdain isn't simply because you failed to guard Cece, but because you were the lead detective on the case. You knew? I also know that today's trial involving the Codopian Embassy staff member is being referred to as the second KG-8 incident. Right, and told me the truth behind your relationship with Miss Yu and Mr. Faraday and the KG-8 incidents. If you already know that much, I guess it'd be alright to tell you. Cool! Talk to us about the KG-8 incident. Not exactly a happy story. Other than the people who were directly involved, you 2 will be the first to hear what I'm about to tell you. The honest... It's a lollipop! The honest truth about the KG incident. Faraday, you, and I. As you already know, we 3 were involved with the KG-8 incident. Faraday and I, we were originally on the trail of the smuggling ring. You mean the smuggling case involving one of the Amano Group's secretaries? That trial was just a front. A facade? Yeah, but the case became tainted, all because the witness who was going to testify about the Amano Group's ties to smuggling CCU was killed. And what became the secretary who was arrested? His name was Colin Devore. To be honest, the guy didn't know a thing about the smuggling ring. But he confessed to knowing about it anyway. Devore was probably being intimidated by the big boss man. Just another scapegoat. You can't seriously mean Mr. Ernest Amano. That can't be right. It's probably just Detective Bad's personal hypothesis. What is he trying to do, suspecting Mr. Amano from being involved with the smuggling ring? Quite difficult to secure an acquittal after he confessed, but the man who killed CCU, Manny Cochin, was a completely different person. But since he's already been acquitted once of her murder, Mr. Faraday, how could you have let him go? If I remember correctly, I heard that Mr. Faraday had an important piece of evidence stolen from him. That wasn't Faraday's fault. It was mine. I wasn't vigilant enough. Aw, Faraday, Cece, I was supposed to protect them both. About how Detective Bad was supposed to guard her sister, but even I was supposed to protect them. I fell into their trap. Trap? The holes in this jacket are a testament to that trap. Oh shit! You were fired upon? Shot at that many times in one gunfight? No, only about half of these are from that case. But the reason I continue to wear this jacket is to remind myself of the lessons I've learned from the KGA incident. Trust no one, not even yourself. And to protect CCU, and the suspect was found not guilty. We had hit a brick wall, as far as the law was concerned, and that's when she came to the courtroom, the victim's sister. That's when I first met Callisto Yu. About when you first met Yu, I was on the day the verdict of the KGA incident was handed down. Freddy and I, we apologized to her from the bottom of our hearts. That's all because we could do, but just saying you're sorry won't bring my sister back, she said. They gave me a hard slap across the face. Damn. I mean, it's kind of warranted. If it was me, not even 100 lashes would be punishment enough. I mean, you don't even have a sister. You said it herself. That she never wanted to see either of us ever again. After that, you've seen her many times over, correct? Yeah. Farron and I, even after the KGA incident had come to a close, we continued to hunt down the smuggling ring and got involved with a variety of cases, but it was no use. We cracked so many different cases, but the result was always the same. We couldn't find the real mastermind behind the ring. Huh. In the pursuit of the ring that we met you once again. It was during another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was a prosecutor, and I, as a lead detective, took it to the witness stand. She appeared out of the blue as a defense attorney. Her claim was related to the smuggling ring, and she was defending them? Yu was pursuing the ring as best she could as a lawyer. I think she defended well this time for the same reason. I think Miss Yu did say something to the same effect. I have my own agenda. Hunt for leads regarding the KGA incident. You have not a single qualm about defending an unknown killer. Don't put words in my mouth, I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rowe was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him. Ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. But to resort to murder... Helping a criminal is just despicable. You're so naive, little girl. Okay, I just stole this lollipop from you. That's how naive you are. How dare you insult the daughter of Bunker? Just like us, you felt that she had hit the limit of what the law could do. That's all. The law is merely a tool. There's no limit to it, only the skill of the craftsman. You two are still too young, but one day, you'll know what I mean. But enough sidetracking. What matters is that we met you again in pursuit of the smuggling ring. That's all. Oh. Whoops. I didn't mean to hit A on that. Poor Colin. He was just the fall guy. And then he dies. He dies anyway. And then his daughter's boyfriend is the one who killed him. Alright, so what was his relation to Faraday? Met him when he was a rookie prosecutor. Oh, cool. Ever since NK, I've known her since the day she was born. Faraday and I, we cracked quite a few cases together. Since we have made no progress at all in the Yatagarasu case. Only have one thing to say to you. No one knew more about the Yatagarasu than me and Faraday. That's why I was called upon to testify in today's trial. to prove that Rel was not the real Yatagarasu, which I would have done if he hadn't turned around and accused Faraday. After the accusation, I was asked to testify, but this time, to prove or disprove the accusation. But I guess I won't be doing that either. Perhaps a bit more digging into Yatagarasu is what's necessary. Talk to us about the Yatagarasu. And how did Kei become the next Yatagarasu?
Paimon accidentally swallowed some water.
Hey Mango! Thank you so much for the posture check and the water. And the head pats. I appreciate it. How are you? How are you doing today? And how was your weekend? And the second KGA incident. Close the case, our ties a smuggling ring. Eepy? Oh, wait, hold on. Mango. Do you have, and are you interested in a little game, in playing a little game called Guardians of the Galaxy? Now I got work. However, there's one point in which they differ. Okay, so presence or absence of the great thief Yatagarasu. The new one that came out, this is the. Hold on, let me check Steam. Is there more than one Guardians of the Galaxy? The $59.99 one. Yeah, the new one. Are you interested in playing that game? And or do you not have it? If both the answers are yes, I'm gonna send it to you. Because wait, I'm sadly not. Wait, sorry. Can you're not interested in playing the game? Okay. What about Stranded Alien Dawn? This one's 35. I'm not very interested in playing that game. That's fair. Then I'll wait next month and then I'll hit you up again. For the new game. He suddenly declared Mr. Faraday to be the real Yatagarasu. Then during recess they were both killed. Don't you find that to be the least bit odd? I believe that there must be some reason that the two men suspected of being the Yatagarasu were both killed at the same time. How do you have so many games? Humble Bundle. So basically, Humble Choice lets you if you you pay a certain amount of money each month or yearly, and you get like 8 to 9 games for free. And I wasn't interested in playing Remnant 2, so that's why I had to redeem that until I had to redeem that by November something. So I was like, you know what, I'll just give it away because I'm not interested in playing it. That was this month's. Last month's was Remnant 2 is very hard. It hurt my heart. Oh my god. Was 9 games, like Guardians of the Galaxy, Stranded Alien Dawn, Coral Island, SpongeBob SquarePants Cosmic Shake, Lost Eidolons, Astria Six-Sided Oracles, Infraspace, You Suck at Parking, and I mean technically it's 8 games, and then this game called Rue Valley Alpha Playtest on Epic. And then August, how much is it? I wish I could see how much it is. It's $11.99 per month or $129 a year, which for U.S. currency. But you get eight games, like with average price, like average a total value of like, let's see, this month was Remnant 2, Persona 5 Strikers, which I already gave away to a friend, Jusant, Dawnkeeper, Jack Move, Station Station, Remnant Records, and McPixel 3. I believe Persona Strikers, P5 Strikers is really expensive as well, right? Persona 5 Strikers? Yeah, that one's $60 too. So basically, and how much was Remnant? Remnant 2, that's $50. So for $12 a month, I've already got 2 games with a total value of $110, right? And basically, some of that money goes to this 5% of that money that you pay, it goes to a charity of your choice. So I forked over the 120. How much was it? $129, and 5% of that, so like $6.5 went to charity, and you get eight games with a value of more than $110. I think that's a great deal, you know? I mean, you don't get to choose the games. I can give Sin something. You could, but it does. Okay, if it's a humble choice one, you don't have to do that because I'm already paying for it. You're going to, like, every month, everyone who pays for it gets the same games. So if you do the humble choice, you don't have to get me anything because I'm already getting it. As well, unless I give it away, and you know what, I like giving it away to people. I kind of feel bad. I meant your throne. I haven't updated my throne in forever. Wait, hold up. Where's my throne? How did you even find my throne? Oh, my throne is right there. Why? Huh? Wait, why is my throne there? Wait. Huh. Wait. Why is this? Why are these on my... You know what? I don't know why these are in my cart, not my cart, in my thing, but you know what? I'll just let it be. Goth boy era. I guess. I don't know why it's there, but you know what? It's there. I'll just let it be. Did I get... I don't even remember. It's a blessed era. Well, that's an outburst for where you almost made me whip you by accident. It still accidentally whipped me at enemy. Anyway. One of these things, one item on the throne is not like the others. What do you mean? The big breast forms are there for a good reason. Well, you never seen a big-breasted femboy? First, the Yatagarasu always knows exact location target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. Third, the Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind ever. I see. So those are the Yatakarasu's special traits. Sounds like an incredibly elusive thief. The Yatakarasu has never been caught on tape, never tries to draw anyone's attention, and would never do something. I've seen one French cosplay that uses one, and I'm just like, damn, I'll get on my knees. Never do something as lowbrow and to commit murder. That's how I knew that Rel wasn't the real Yatakarasu right away. But you can't use that sort of logic on its own to prove that he wasn't. Listen, little girl, I'm not done talking yet. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police, and the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kodopian embassy, the Yatakarasu. The Yatakarasu sent the evidence. Until now, the Yatakarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about. They haven't been sure that it was a Yatakarasu who sent it. That's easy. A special card that only the Yatakarasu uses was attached. And that's how I can be so sure. Here, take a look at this article. Want to publicize something? A white card is sent along with the stolen information. But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was. Ah, and that's how Detective Bad knew what that Rel was a phone. Okay. We have a much better understanding, but we still don't know the identity. His Honor would like to transfer the evidence from today's trial over to you. So if you could please head over to the courtroom, it'd be much appreciated, sir. Understood, I'll be there shortly. Detective Bad, what does the law mean to you? Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive. I became a prosecutor to find the answer to that question myself, and to play a part in ensuring that all criminals everywhere are found guilty. Okay, let us... Mr. Edgeworth, it appears that His Honor is still a bit dispirited. For the first time today, I experienced what it's like to stand at the witness stand. And I now have a greater appreciation for just how hard it is to give testimony. Well, there's no reason for you to be all depressed about it, Your Honor. As a judge, no one expects you to think about anything other than the verdict. But I'm not trying to, Miles. And I come to collect the evidence that was to be transferred to me. The evidence? Your Honor! Oh, you! Yes, I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir. Your Honor, do you think you can stay focused long enough to do your job? Except that the defense attorney has yet to arrive. She is busy with investigation. So let's keep this brief, shall we? I'm still under the impression that Callisto used the one who killed him. Murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel are also included, so please go ahead and use them in your investigation to their case. Okay! They're using the murder of those two men. This could be a very good chance for me to find new leads regarding their case. Maybe something that will finally lead me to the truth. All the evidence over at the prosecutor's bench for you. Then what's that on the... What's that on the defenders? What's that on the defenders bench, though? Miss, you prepared to just sitting here on this table? And you can't just walk off with it, right? Of course I do. I wonder how she would have defended Mr. Rel in that case if he was still alive. The evidence release. Kodopian embassy trials for Mr. Faraday's bag. Alright, we can now take a look at the evidence itself, not just data about them. Thoroughly examine them while we have the time. I want to take a good look at all the evidence. Yes, let's look at all the evidence. Because I don't fully understand today's trial anyways. Because you don't know something. Don't you try to order me around just because Papa chose you today. Sheesh! Alright. It's real to see the knife up close. We have the knife, the gun, the envelope. What's this organizer doing here? That's right, I completely forgot to tell you. They found Mr. Faraday's personal organizer inside that evidence bag of his. It has belonged to you. He said it would help the investigation. Can I look into it? A strange stroke of luck. Rest until we inspect every suspicious nook and cranny. Let me look into this. I want to look at the organizer. Strategy for getting Mr. Rel convicted down in here. I've collected the evidence I need to prove that Rel was the killer. Between the handgun Rel had on him when he was arrested and the surveillance tape, I should be able to prove that he was the one. The sound of his handgun going off was recorded with superb clarity on the surveillance video. I also have evidence that I can use to prove that Rel is not the real Yatagarasu. No matter how he may try to play it, as long as I have the Yatagarasu's key, I can prove he's a phony. If I present him to him in court, it should clear everything up. It's been a long battle. I hope that this will finally bring it to an end. French. Oh wait, by the way, French cosplay. What French cosplay? Like a cosplayer? And he had a way to prove that Mr. Rel was a guilty party in the embassy murder. Which I could, interesting. Like there's a picture stuck between these. It appears to be a key, a rather ornate one. Wait. Yatagara's key. Said something earlier. What's different about this time? It was that evidence related to the smuggling ring and was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kodobian embassy, the Yatagarasu. So he said that evidence would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media, but not this time. Evidence time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about. But trying to keep this secret key safe. As a prosecutor on both the Yatagarasu and smuggling ring cases, that's to be expected. I'm thinking the key and the knife are put together. Mr. Faraday didn't mention anything about the knife in his organizer. The weapon that was used to kill the Kodobian embassy staff member was a gun, but if that's the case, then where did the knife that was used to murder Mr. Faraday come from? It was brought into the courthouse by Mr. Rel, that was the only... No, because it's not that easy to smuggle a weapon like that in here. Every person who enters courthouse doors, checked or made for contraband, the suspect was handcuffed, making it possible for him to bring a knife as large as this inside. I need to think carefully here. There's nothing related to the knife written anywhere in Mr. Faraday's organizer. However, it is a fact that this knife came from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Firstly, there's one item listed in Mr. Faraday's organizer that no one has claimed to have seen today. So in order to solve this mystery, I believe I will need to take another good look at the evidence. The fact that you have yet to answer me to mean that you don't have an answer for me? No, shut up! I actually do know the answer, but hiding a secret of his own. And it was through this piece of evidence that the knife was brought into the courthouse.
Take that!
The Yatagarasu's key Mr. Faraday mentioned in his organizer. This is how the knife was brought into the courthouse. You're not making any sense, Miles Edgeworth. You just need to look at a bit closer, Francisca, to see what I mean. Doesn't the color and ornamentation of the key's handle remind you of anything? It reminded me of the knife. Very good. Both the Yatagarasu's key in this photo and the murderer's knife have this very unique design on their handles. Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentions the Yatagarasu's key, the only object we found at the crime scene was a knife. Don't seriously mean to say. It appears that you finally caught up. And yes, I do mean to say that these two pieces are in fact one and the same. But that's impossible. Even if that is what you believe, we should still investigate this possibility. Now then, let us examine this knife a little bit more in detail. I can't believe it turned into a key! Wow! To think such a trick... There was such a trick to this thing. So the weapon used to kill Mr. Faraday is actually the key that Yatagarasu stole. This piece of information is more critical than anything we've learned until now. Frankly, I'm shocked. Mr. Faraday only mentioned the key aspect of this piece of evidence in his organizer. It's possible that even he had no idea the key was hiding a knife blade inside. But if that's true, then only someone who knew about the key to the knife trick could have killed Mr. Faraday. Even among law enforcement, this key was top secret. We're looking for someone who knew even more about the key than Mr. Faraday, meaning that the only person it could be is the one who sent the key in the first place, the great thief Yatagarasu. Wait, so Mr. Well really was the Yatakatsu. No, and he was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. In that one possible scenario, no, since Mr. Faraday was absolutely convinced that Mr. Well was not the Yatakatsu. Besides, as Detective Bad said earlier, what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was. Yeah, I guess the person who knows the trick behind this key, someone else, and that person is the real Yatakatsu. That case really keep solving this case. Look, okay, Yusu killed the Kodopian embassy staff member. When the crime was reported, the responding police found Mr. Rose still holding it, which led to his immediate arrest. And then this gun took the original shooter's life. How ironic. Exactly. Okay, let's look at the... I suppose I should explain it to you then. On the night of September 8th, an embassy staff member was killed in front of the embassy. The staff member died of shock due to being shot in the heart. Macro was brought in that night as a suspect and thoroughly questioned because a murder weapon was found on him, for which he was arrested on the spot. A simpleton of man, that's what he was. He was for the weapon wasn't the only incriminating evidence we had. Mr. Rowe was caught in the act on film by a security camera. He's even bigger simpleton than I thought. Can't believe he didn't notice a security camera. Kodopian embassy security system is supposedly very well designed. He may have simply not been aware that there was a camera in the area. So, have you seen the contents of the video for yourself? Yes, the surveillance video the security camera took was played during the trial by Mr. Faraday. You can clearly identify Mr. Rel on it. Even the sound of the gunshot was crystal clear. So the footage included sound, huh? I didn't think I'd ever wanted to see the moment of someone's death in real life. Me neither. Okay, that's odd. We're short one piece of evidence. And the piece that's missing is a surveillance video that was played in court. The piece of evidence just disappeared. Where did it go? The moment in which Mr. Rel committed the murder. Where could it have gone indeed? Yes, but however, Your Honor, I'm missing a single piece of prosecutorial evidence. Were you derelict in your duties? Oh, damn! I dare not lick my duties! The surveillance video is not amongst the evidence you laid out for me. But I brought Mr. Faraday's whole bag with me from the crime scene. Maybe the tape is still somewhere at the crime scene. Someone stole the tape, huh? Someone stole the tape, huh? It would appear that for me to find the answers I seek, I'll have to pay another visit to the scene of the crime. Defendant lobby number 2. Wait! We've seen this man in the last case! So did you find it? No, not yet. I've looked everywhere. Well then, please continue with the search. I'll continue the search. Heh, so you're the one running the show? Prosecutors like you shouldn't be even allowed at crime scenes. Ah, he was here too. That's crazy. I've never seen a more impudent officer in my life. I mean, he's Interpol. I know you're standing right behind me. What do you want? Looks like you were paying attention after all. Of course I was. I have eyes in the back of my head. It's for him to keep an eye out on who or what is behind him at all times. The guy came here from the Republic of Zhengfa to study. He's Agent Lang. We've met Agent Lang. To revive the lost honor of his family. He's traveling the world to study different philosophies. Like, this was like 7 years ago? He's still just a rookie cop, but I sense a strong grudge of some sort from him. Useful than gumshoe. Even if he is rude. He had a lot of guts to come to his country and give prosecutors a hard time. Like the one young lady that statement also applies to. Earlier, that little girl was poking around the lobby number 1 as well. Like I said before, it's got nothing to do with the two of you. Okay. game I must play, I must take this opportunity to draw out what he's been hiding and what happened to this room straight from him. Wait, hold up. I want to see... Huh. I want to see... Man, it won't let me check. Okay, we'll just immediately question him. To current scene brings about success. That's what we detectives say. I don't have anything left to say to you, boy. Damn! Boy! Okay, Kratos. I gave Faraday's notebook to the judge earlier. That's help enough, don't you think? Don't push me, kid. What happened around here at the time of the crime? I refuse to answer. Okay. Would be a waste of time. Besides, how am I supposed to answer questions about things I don't know about? Things you don't know about, but aren't you supposed to know everything? You should. He doesn't know about the trick behind that piece of evidence. It may prove to be the key to getting some answers from Detective Bad. You know, did you know the existence of the item in this photograph? Of course I did. It's my job to know everything related to the Yatagarasu case. In that case, let me ask you something. Did you know that the knife that killed Mr. Faraday and this Yatagarasu's key are one and the same? What?! That's impossible! So he didn't know after all. This piece of evidence, which we call the Yatagarasu's key, is actually a well-camouflaged knife. Faraday was planning to use this Yatagarasu's key to prove that Mr. Rowe was not the real Yatagarasu. Isn't that correct? I guess so. Mr. Faraday had no idea. It was, in fact, a knife. Yeah, neither one of us knew that, in fact. No one in law enforcement knew either. How did we miss something as big as this? I noticed that a little while ago you appeared to be searching for something. Presume that this key is what you were searching for. Yeah, that's right. And why were you searching for it? Because I promised Faraday. I promised that I'd protect that key with my life. But after he was killed, the key disappeared from Faraday's evidence bag. Who would have thought that the key is what took Faraday's life? Okay, so what if that meant, please testify for me once more. It doesn't matter how... Okay, we're testifying, and we're probably gonna point out that the security footage is missing too. What happened in lobby number 2 and what you experienced in lobby number 1. Still the same, and this is the last time I'm going to do it. Okay. Yeah, we just only need to do it one time. And I'm gonna... I was in lobby number 1, talking with you. We were talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was to reconvene. When I heard it, you and I immediately dashed down the hallway together. I saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and we all ran into the lobby number 2. I wanna start with that last one. We were heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. Heard it, you and I dashed down the hallway together. Moving around there, and we all ran to lobby number 2.
Hold it!
Gumshoe was there in the hallway? Why didn't you attest to that earlier? So Gumshoe, it was after I had heard the gunshot. Having seen him then didn't change the fact that he still could have done it. Sounds exactly like what Detective Bat told us before. Might be. Knife is actually the Yatagarasu. Reflecting on that, perhaps there are other things that we know now, but Detective Bat doesn't yet. Okay, so we're going the balloon angle.
Objection!
I guess not. Okay, it's not the balloon angle. Dash out the hallway together. Because we clearly heard the sound of a gunshot. Somewhere nearby, that it was a gunshot. In my line of work, you hear enough of them to know. What if it really wasn't a gunshot? But given the circumstances, the only person I could think of whose life could have been in danger was Faraday. That's why I ran out into the hallway right away and headed for where he was.
Hold it!
Until you heard the gunshot, did you notice anything else that was out of the ordinary? I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot. What I heard was really the one from the murder that would give that other piece of evidence entirely different meaning. Sure. Had strange sounds until that gunshot.
Objection!
We are pushing the balloon angle. Does this balloon fragment remind you of anything? It's the same color as the one Kay was holding. Oh, so you knew about that girl's balloon? Yeah, I was sitting with her up in the gallery. During the recess, just before we split up, I filled that balloon up for her. This piece didn't come from Kay's balloon, so what about the balloon? I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point. What are you getting at? This fragment was found in the hallway, right in front of lobby number 2. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook as a gunshot. Also, the sound that the judge heard was not actually a gunshot, huh? On top of that, His Honor said that he heard the balloon pop about 20 minutes before the trial was to reconvene. Which means that His Honor heard the balloon pop in the hallway when you were in the lobby number 1, Detective Bad. And if you were in lobby number 1 at the time, you were close enough that you should have heard the balloon popping as well. So, we just proved that there's a flaw in your testimony. The crackling of the truth is louder than the sound of your sweet naivete cracking. And since you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something. Did you ever stop to think why doors and walls of this place are seem so rugged? That's because they were designed to keep secrets from being leaked. The doors and walls are super thick. The window panes are double layered. To top it all off, even the curtains are made of a special sound-absorbing material. We wouldn't have heard it. There was no way I could have heard that sound. Then this scrub-face testimony is completely useless. If the rooms are soundproof, then of course you wouldn't hear it. Wait, if the... Only natural that I didn't hear the balloon popping. Hear the sound of a balloon popping if one were in lobby number 1. However, if we examine the situation in reverse, then the hallway should not be able to hear the real gunshot either. And yet Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was standing in the hallway. If that's the case, how exactly did you hear the gunshot? I just didn't. That you have yet to realize a contradiction in your own words. If the rooms are as soundproof as you say they are, then how did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears? I see what you mean. I guess I'm more out of it from Faraday's murder than I had thought of. Which means what exactly, Miles? Yeah, what does it boil down to? It boils down to this: there must be a reason as to how Detective Bad and Gumshoe heard a gunshot they theoretically couldn't have. You need to examine the state of the crime scene again, eh? It's that ultra-strong perfume you wears. She spilled some of it. Way too noisy. How could it just disappear? Where did it go? Oh! Oh my god. What? That connection didn't work out? What the fuck? Dissipating and the lobby to window. Okay, there we go. It's simply not possible for the killer to have escaped through barred windows, and yet the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape from defendant lobbies number 1. The criminal couldn't have made through, but what about incorporeal things? Okay, so very loud television and open windows. Volumes can go through. Besides smell, a volume can. Sound, and no matter how careful the killer was, if the sounds were open, the jig would be up. And since the windows in both defendant's lobby and number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of gunshot could be heard in both locations. Yeah, both, okay, both were open. So that means it's still in this room, the gunshot. the surveillance that shows the moment in which Mr. Rell killed the embassy staff member. The sound gunshot left quite an impression on me when it was played during trial. The video should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag, but it isn't. Happened after the time. It's possible the tape is still here in this room. Eureka! The evidence that the missing evidence is in the TV! It's not a waste of time to think, for have I figured out where we should look. I believe we should examine the television. The TV? Well, you kids have fun. Go ahead and examine whatever you like. I won't rest until I inspect every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Video player, and there seems to be a videotape inside. Looks like it. The tape must have stopped on its own when it reached the end. This tape, could it not be the missing surveillance tape? I suppose, but chat, would it be alright if you verified the contents of this video? Sure, knock yourself out. Alright then, let's rewind. If I remember correctly, the footage of Rell killing the embassy staff member should be about the 30-minute mark from the start of the tape. This should be about right. Now then, let's see. This is the footage of Mr. Rell shooting the embassy staff member. I knew it. The missing piece of evidence. Wow! Was here all along! The sound. What's the meaning of this? It appears that Detective Bat has figured out the true source of the gunshot he heard. With this, I think we can figure out the trick behind this double murder. Do you mean that you figured it all out then? Yes, all I have to do now is show what the gunshot detectives Bat and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from. Fine, in that case, show me what you've deduced. Not sure what the gunshot was, and where they heard it from. Connected to any of the evidence I hold. Okay, hold on. We're gonna click on this. I'm hoping to get more evidence. Actually, come to think of it, I don't think Detective Gumshoe actually touched the television at all. Furthermore, it seemed more like when a video feed suddenly stops, at least to me. So someone left this video play the whole time, huh? Killing, there's hardly a sound on the rest of the tape. Why did the television make that loud noise when Scruffy got near it? The tape had run. It's just not bad luck that the detective has worst timing in the world too. The question is why? Well, we're gonna deduce. Wait, hold up. I'm gonna use the sound speakers as my target. Wait, hold up. Oh, it's a different. The sound bar is oh, it's going for the. It's checking the windows. Show what the gunshot detectors bad. They heard it. Okay, what if I deduce the window with the tape? If the door and the window. Okay, there we go. Namely, this room that we're in were closed. The killer could have used a gun, and no one would have been the wiser. That's true. This courthouse does seem to be well designed for such a thing, as it were. However, what happened in reality was Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss Yu, all three of them heard the gunshot. Well, the windows of lobby number 1, 2, and hallway were open, so naturally the people in those locations could hear it. Ah, but then why would the criminal open the window in the first place? To allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose. Correct. That's the only logical conclusion we can draw from this. But why was that necessary in the first place? Very well, I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of a certain fact. When the crime took place. Fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes, and they used a gunshot in the surveillance video to do so. So that's why the tape was left running. You mean, the gunshot I heard was from this video? Yes, which means that the murders really occurred at an earlier time than we thought. It must have been during recess, but before Gumshoe was on guard duty. Someone who has no alibi for that time period and planned this crime out in advance. That person is the real killer. Yeah, Callisto Yu. What is it? Miss Yu is asking for you. She's in the courtroom. She says that she's identified the murderer, but that she wants to clarify something. Looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something. Understood. Okay. I'll be right over. I'll come along. I want to hear what she has to say. It would appear that the time has come to uncover the truth. Yeah. You lying bitch! This is episode 4? Wow, we're almost done with this game. Is she gonna try to pin the blame on Kay? Okay. What are you doing here? I'm still investigating, but the object you're looking for has already... Okay, don't mind him. Please continue with your investigation. Okay, you got it. Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you were looking for? If it means I can keep her in the dark just a little longer, any little task will do. Oh, you're more sympathetic than I thought. Yeah, I mean, it's your best friend's daughter, you know? Waiting for you, Edgeworth. I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. So, you won't be laughing this hard. More than solved this case already. Don't you? We'll see. It all depends on whether or not your logic holds. Why, even Mr. Bad's here. If you were in the gallery. To see this case through to the end. No matter how it turns out. Oh, is that right? Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I've slaved away to find out. Taking statements on every single person's movements during the time when our suspect was in the hallway. Confirm that there is no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must without doubt be Detective Gumshoe. And that's all you have? And this is... Okay, but I beg to differ. In trial, there's always time for a rebuttal, and we are standing in the court of law. This bitch, man, she's laughing! She's laughing! Okay, everyone says the suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated, right? I've also confirmed that there's no possible escape route from lobby number 2, which leaves us one unshakable conclusion, that Detective Gumshoe is the killer. Okay, well, so since we have a four clickable testimonies, I'm definitely, yeah, I'm definitely have to press her. Usually when there's 4, you definitely have to press.
Hold it!
The suspect, but I thought that Detective Gumshoe's alibi has already been proven. This is no joke. I know you heard from the judge earlier that the detective was in the hallway with Mr. Ferrick beating a Swiss roll. But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? That problem is that there's no one else who can corroborate what he did since the snacking. Okay. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated, right? No, not really. Whether they have been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide. Crunch. Well, anyway, even if I believe it hasn't been exhausted, the crime scene, lobby number 2, has no way out other than the hallway Detective Gumshoe was standing in, and because he claimed to be there, it makes him more than possible suspect. That someone escaped through a window. No, why are you saying that, Edgeworth? Are you stupid? Bunch of lazy bums. They looked into every possibility, you know? Isn't that right, Mr. Bad? There was a scrap of evidence to suggest someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden. Okay. I mean, I don't care for it, but there's no possibility. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna present.
Objection!
No? I hate her laughing face, man. Alright, disciple. Fine. I keep pressing.
Hold it!
No possible escape route. And why are you so certain? If there was an escape route, I'm sure every criminal will be using it to escape. There's only one unshakable conclusion. Detective Gumshoe is a killer. I don't. To me, there are still too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand? The only one still wondering that Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to write with. It doesn't mean you'll know which hand they write with, right? I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing. Can you... Oh, I already have my trump card ready. All that remains is to play it. Before I do, I think I should inquire into a little something about her argument. It said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect. However, I don't recall Francisca or myself speaking with you about the subject. For you, there is your mentor who gave you an alibi. As for little Missy, she came to the courthouse during the recess and was stopped by a security guard at the door to the hallway. She gave him quite a whipping for that, or so I heard. Not be forcibly stopped by a guard or a bailiff or anyone else. The only reason Francisca bothered to show up today was because she found out that I was to be the replacement prosecutor. Wait, Miss Yu. I thought everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned to guard you. What about them? Have you ever looked into what people were doing in that span of time? What kind of idiot do you take me for? It doesn't matter when the killer went into lobby number 2. From the time we heard the gunshot to the time Mr. Ben and I had the scene and we dashed from lobby number 1. The only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe. I suppose that if we go by your logic, then Detective Gumshoe's the only one. However, what if the crime had occurred at an entirely different time than when the gunshot was you heard went off? What then? That gunshot was a trap meant to manipulate our perception of when. Explanation is very lacking at the gunshot we heard in the lobby number 1. Care to explain how that could have been fabricated?
Take that!
That tape. Yeah, exactly what you think it is. It's the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell, the prosecution, presented in today's trial. This was found loaded into the video player in the lobby number 2 that was connected to the large television that had its volume turned all the way up. That sound we heard was captured in the video. Yeah, but I do. Which leads me to my next point. The murders occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshot. That's the only thing I can think of, too. After committing double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag, turned the television volume all the way up, and left the video to play. If played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come on. And since we now know that this manipulation is possible, it opens up the possibility that a killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe. Sound from television doesn't amount to much here, but of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and Little Miss Von Karma already knew that much from the very beginning, right? Yes, of course, we know about the soundproof quality of this courthouse rooms. That's right, and if rooms are soundproof, then we should not have been able to hear it. And yet, we heard the gunshot clear as day. And? That's it. But it's not. Yeah, how should I explain she was able to hear a gunshot from a soundproof room? The window was open. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to hear the gunshot in the first place if it was soundproofed. One common point between lobby and lobby 2, despite the fact that both rooms have air conditioners installed, a window was open in each. Now we know the window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer, however a window in lobby number 1 was also open. It's probably just coincidence that they were both open at the time. It's not coincidence. I assure you. Person who triggered that action, that person's a real guilty party.
Take that!
Miss Callisto, you are hereby formally indict you of the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. You indict me? Are you serious, Miles? Why do you think she is the killer? I don't understand her motive just yet, but of course I'm serious, because she's the only one who could have done it. Well, Miss Yu, do you still feel like laughing now? Of course I do, Edgeworth. Although I never thought things would spiral into this, but I'll have you know I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. Guess this means it's time for my own rebuttal now, right? Keep laughing, bitch. that the window was open. However, do you have proof that it was I who did that? Do you have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime? Frankly, I'm shocked at you for going around accusing people of murder like this, especially with logic full of holes as yours. Now it's time to put the patented Von Karma perfect proof to test. Yes. You argued that the window was open. However, do you have proof that it was I who did that?
Objection!
I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss Yu? I never knew you were into wearing that kind of perfume. Not exactly what I'd recommend for boys, you know. That's right, it's mine. I received it from Detective Bad, you see. Miss Yu, you can pretend all you like, but we know at least this much is for sure. That you are the one who gave this bottle of perfume to Detective Bad. And that's yours super easy to rile up. So what about the perfume? While you were in the lobby number 1, you made a big show of spilling some of this perfume. That's according to Detective Bad. Oh, I know. You also knew that if he spilled it, he would naturally move to open the window. Now, I already told you that's all just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know? It's just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window. No. Or, you know, you timed it. The most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the shot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at the time. I mean, Miss Yu, you were the one who called Detective Bad into lobby number 1. When you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway, is that correct? All of today's premeditated events could only have been thought up by you, Miss Yu. You accuse me of murder on the fact that I spilled a little perfume? Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday. What do you care to testify as to why? Look, I've had a lot of fun today, really, but I grow weary at this game cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. Okay, tell us. She's gonna probably say something about the knife. Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top. I suppose so hard to expect to be a disciple of Von Karma. In case it would not be me, Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from. It's flawless. And no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape me. If I'm lacking information, I'll draw it out of her. Okay. I don't care for that one. I will present this. Forgery of evidence. What do you mean by forgery of evidence? I'm just telling the truth. Maybe more like spreading gossip. Your adamant denials are, shall we say, just adding fuel to the fire. Damn little girl. Don't let her get to you. What a bitch, dude. I never liked her from the beginning. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from. At this rate, she'll inevitably believe she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, and she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yu. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag. This is important. I'm drawing the truth out of her. That's what I'm doing. Huh? But I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial earlier today. Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use. So that's what you're trying to do. Look, why don't you cut it out with the lies? I've already figured you out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. The only evidence he had yet to present was a key that Yatagarasu had sent. And unless a key can magically turn into a knife, you really don't have a leg to stand on. How did you know it was a key? In any case, I wonder if you might append to what you just said to your testimony. Got you. You're the one.
Objection!
Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. This is a picture of the key that Yatagarasu sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at your first glance, it in fact has a secret ability to transform into a knife. Which means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yatagarasu's key and the murderous knife. You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not? Yes. Well, with the Yatagarasu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Do you understand now? Just knowing of the existence of the Yatagarasu's key. I fucking hate this bitch. I'd get a look at it, showing it to me from that far away. You'd be lying for all I know. You would even now still feign ignorance? I'm not feign, but we can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence now, can we? Mr. Von Karma, I've heard some very interesting rumors about him. This piece of evidence is more than real. Wow! Who knew there was such a trick to this thing? Are you satisfied? But of course you knew from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Yatagarasu key are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you who isn't a member of law enforcement and who would never have been privy to this trick would have never known about it to begin with. Furthermore, the something that the Yatagarasu sent to the police, how did you have knowledge as to what it was? Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday just before he dragged Mr. Rell off. He told me. That's right, I almost forgot. He almost told me about the key turning into a knife at that time. But he didn't tell me about how the key actually transforms. No, he didn't. What you're saying is simply not possible. Oh, and why not? Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. For within these pages, he mentions nothing about the knife. I'm not sure he would have written everything in his organizer, you know? He wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication. And he wouldn't tell it to you! Because Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either! Well, it would have been highly classified information, even within the police force, and it's something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition? Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much of a reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh? How can you laugh at a time like this? She probably just realized the flaw in her logic and is actually in a panic over it. But that's not something we need to concern ourselves with. I suppose you're right. Miss Yu, I'd like to state that I also know how you know the real nature of the knife. Do you now? Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me? Oh, I will. And I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. Wait, do we know? Only one person would have had knowledge of it from the get-go. Oh. Who would know from the start that the Yatagarasu's key could change into a knife? Oh my god, that sent shivers. That sent a shiver down my spine. She's the Yatagarasu? There's only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key. And that is the person who sent the Yatagarasu's key to the police. That is to say, the Yatagarasu herself. By saying that this lawyer is the great thief Yatagarasu? Miss, you used Mr. Rell to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You who profess to bear a grudge against criminals, why? Why do something like this? Stop laughing. Especially when I'm charging you. Who would have thought that you, a stupid rookie prosecutor, would see through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill. It's even greater than when I sneak into someplace. You killed Faraday! Why? Answer me, Callisto Yu. Haha, Callisto Yu. Ha! That's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the great thief Yatagarasu. Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity, which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. I made Rell an offer and acquittal for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yatagarasu in court. But once we entered the recess, Rell was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after them and eavesdropped on them through a crack in the door. That Rell That Rel caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held on to Rel any longer. Plus, if I had let them continue on the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both. But didn't you say that you despise criminals? But do I really? Have you forgotten about the KG8 incident too? Maybe. What sort of woman would... So then was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent? Well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel wasn't a Yatagarasu by using this Yatagarasu's key as evidence, and that he would bring it with him, which is why I thought to use a knife portion. With a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be the wiser, because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday, and in order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yatagarasu's key just like that. He never noticed that I had changed the key into a knife inside the plastic bag. And he didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his life. How could you kill him? I knew him for a long time, you know. At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death. But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there's no need for you to kill Mr. Rel as well. I believe I mentioned why when we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Something about having accidentally created an eyewitness, and how that led the killer to think about setting them up as though they killed each other. Then the trick with the surveillance tape. Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape, which is why I had Rel help me set up the crime scene. And after all that was said and done, I rewarded him for all of his hard work with a bullet. You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you betray a client? She's not client. If you want to talk about who was a client of who's first, it was me. I was the client of the murder of the Cadopian Embassy staff member Deadman. You ordered a hit job? You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Bad. I had Deadman killed because he was about to give away info about the smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such an assassination? It can't be. You're... That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring. How good this... You don't mean... You're working with Manny Cochin too, do you? Maybe not. Guess you'll never know. The Yatagarasu claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer. That's right, little girl. The Yatagarasu is just another killer. I don't think she's the actual Yatagarasu. Hi, holy cow! How are you? How's your weekend? I hope it was well. It was good. I don't think Callisto Yu was actually... I think Callisto Yu was actually the Yatagarasu. I just think she's just a smuggler. Has 3 legs. Do you know why that is? No? Well, let me tell you. It means that the Yatagarasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work. Good and sad? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You really are too naive, Edward. You even handed the Yatagarasu key right to me without a second thought. Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it. You mean, the key was your real target? And even after I gave you such a great advice, I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal. Or you may regret what comes of your negligence. You two, get down! My body, I can't move. No, I don't think she was the actual Yatagarasu. I think... No, it can't be. No. She's probably faking being the Yatagarasu. She just sent the key. She sent the key pretending to be Yatagarasu. And framing Yatagarasu for being a bad guy. Oh no, please don't tell me Bad is dead. Also, hi Dunby. Oh, he's alive, thank God. Sorry, but it looks like she got away. I called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon. Are you... How's you? I'm doing good. I hope your day gets better. I hope stream makes you feel better. I'm okay. Just got another hole in my jacket. He's sweating. May say he's fine, but he looks quite shaken, dude. I mean, his whole world got turned upside down, you know? More importantly, boy. I mean, Mr. Edgeworth. Ah, Miss Von Karma. Ah! Are you too hurt? I'm absolutely fine. I'm also alright. Thanks to Kay. Speaking of Kay, where is she? I don't know. She just sort of disappeared. Uh-oh. I'll go look for her. Oh, and... Hey, Detective Gumshoe. I'm sorry I doubted you. Not your fault. Well, I lied to you guys too, after all. I heard about what happened. From Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, you're protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you just might have what it takes to be a real detective! Let's go! Now, don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay? Aww. I freaking... destroyed the cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment. I should get back to the investigation. I swear, I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do. Wait, no, okay, but her name's not actually Callisto Yu. Because if it was, then she killed her sister. I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison. Yeah. I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe. I mean, it's whatever, you know? I think that lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on her behalf. Yeah. Well, to get fired during my first week as a detective. So long as you're not fired, you should work hard, give all that you have, and perform your duties well. And... Oh. Aw. Here you go.
Take that!
Oh. Poor Kay! And then she disappears for 7 years. She loses her dad and disappears for 7 years. Oh my god. It's like I'm in Swiss roll paradise or something. I gotta take care of myself. Where is she? Yeah, she disappears. And she apparently she's like, she's I'll stick right by your side. Ah. Oh no. We should go home too. We must be going now, detective. And then he's like a gum on my shoe. I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But the detective in charge of the investigation was that, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe. After that, he became my direct subordinate. But words failed. Wait, isn't his... Wait, it wasn't his debut. She's now... And how could you forget her? So, do you remember now? Yes, but how could you follow... It's been a while. Goodness, I thought you two had totally forgotten about me. Wait, but what about Callisto? That's the most important with my mother's relatives. Okay, they lived really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here all that much. Oh. I'm just glad you're alright. Yeah. So does all make sense now? No! Well, there's still a glaring... I was going through my father's bookshelf recently, and... Wait, yeah, actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense. Why are you Yatagarasu? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagarasu? The Yatagarasu is Callisto Yu, the one who killed your father. No, you're wrong. The real Yatagarasu was my father. What? Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently, and I found a secret diary hidden among his books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure. He really was the Yatagarasu! What's with that look? You don't believe me? It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now. Alright, then how do you explain this? It's a way of disarming any security system of the user's choosing. That's Little Thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagarasu's greatest secret. And this little gizmo was used by my father. Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth. But he was killed. And the Yatagarasu was no more. But despite that, the Yatagarasu has been spotted again recently. Someone other than you? Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article. The Yatagarasu sent the embassy a calling card? Yeah, meaning this person's a fake. I'm almost certain that Callisto Yu lady is behind this, because the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a gaudy card out. But the Yatagarasu did send a white card along with anything to be publicized. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves. Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up, and I knew I couldn't just let it go. So I searched you out, so that I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu. Because if anyone can help me find it, I figured it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. So you're saying that I have your father's and Mr. Yu's identities backwards? Yes, because the real Yatagarasu is noble to the end. And I want to revive the real noble Yatagarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace. Okay. Aw. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal. Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. And if you are plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit. Mr. Edgeworth, what I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the rest of that evil woman. That evil woman. You mean Callisto Yu. I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe, please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you help me? Of course. Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you. Huh? Owe me for what? When Miss Yu made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I'm not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid. And you mean, yes. That case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day. Weighed down on your soul? Still not weighed down enough for you to forget about Kay. For you to remember Kay, I mean. Perhaps time has come to settle things once and for all. If you don't intend to sully your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you. Yay! Even though he had completely forgotten about her until just now. You too, Edgeworth! You completely forgot about her! After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Burn Faraday, Callisto Yu, and Kay Faraday, the phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yatagarasu. Me heartbroken, I know, right? The heart Yatagarasu's real goal. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay. Alright. I think that's perfect time to end the stream. A bit shorter than usual, but you know what? It's great. Alright, Turnabout Ablaze. Sadson, yeah. Big Sag. This is the final chapter. This will be the final chapter of Ace Attorney Investigations. And then once we're done, we're gonna go into the Prosecutor's Gambit. Trigger, Captive Turnabout Legacy, Turnabout Forsaken, Turnabout for the ages. Anyways. What did I get from the gala? Accolades. For being awarded all other accolades without using story mode, completing that. Completing 3 without using story mode, completing 4 without using story mode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 without story mode. Unlocking everything in the gallery. Connection, okay. Rebuttal without using story mode. Checkmating an opponent in Mind Chess. There's a Mind Chess? This might be looking into the true nature of ladders and step ladders. Now that's a throwback. Where he thinks Jim came from. That's episode 1. Edward Seath, while investigating with Gumshoe, met the creator of the Blue Badger in front of the Gatewater land. Oh, shit, there was... Huh. To her in... Oh. Examining all 3 benches! Sword and shield on the Prinda sash. Oh, whoops. This might be some... That might be some spoiler. Yeah, these are all like cutscenes from... Not cutscenes, like... Yeah. Okay. And then chapter compendium? Ah! Models. Wait, there's a confrontation one? Confrontation? Ah! Wait, we don't have one for Buddy? And there's not one for the officer or forensics. Rhoda Tenero. Zinc LeBlanc. I mean, Acme Hicks, we had no choice. He just died. Captain. So I guess some stuff like the confrontation. Oh, it's just between those two. Oh my god, I fucking hate Mike Meekins. I fucking hate Wendy Oldbag. Ernest Amano, what a jerk. Lance Amano, what a dick. Man from Von Karma, he'll get what is coming. Francisco Von Karma, 7 years ago! Oh, this is Miles Edgeworth 7 years ago. Dick Gumshoe 7 years ago. 7 years ago, Kay Faraday. Detective Bad was cool. Dude, I fucking hate Callisto U, dude. Okay. Well, that is it for today. Alright, we're gonna end stream. Let me find someone to raid. Did I not raid anyone on Monday? Last Monday? Huh. I guess I didn't. Oh, wait! Chef. I think I rated Chef. No, that was September 30th. I don't know. Okay, today's the 14th. Maybe not rated in a while. The music is so lit. I love it. Ah! We're gonna raid Fluff. Wait! No! Fluff ended stream! Nar! Okay, we'll raid Plastic then. Alright, Plastic's still streaming. Excellent. He's playing CS2. I haven't played that game in forever. So if you're following, here's the first raid message. If you're subbed, here's the second raid message. Copy paste it onto his stream, giving your love, support, positivity. I hope everyone has a great day, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. And as always, please remember to take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next stream. Bye bye!